the top estimating mistakes that people make when planning out their retirement. That's what we're talking about right now. Hey guys, my name is Jackie from the Financial Literacy Tribe, coming at you with a brand new video. As mentioned, we are going to be talking about the top mistakes, estimating mistakes specifically, that people make when they're planning for retirement. Let's jump right in. Estimating mistake number 1. Not estimating at all. CNBC is reporting in a recent poll that they had taken that only about 10% of Americans feel confident that they have enough saved for retirement. Obviously, that goes to say that the majority of Americans don't feel like they have enough saved for retirement. The number one thing that you do not want to do when you're planning your retirement is to just shove money mindlessly into an account and just assume that it's going to be enough to last you. You need to be strategic and really think through how much it is that you're going to need and whether your current contribution rate is going to be enough to add up to that amount that you need. So estimating is definitely an invaluable part of the process. So don't overlook it. Mistake number 2, not taking into consideration inflation. I have just recently been studying and learning as much as possible about inflation. I still find it to be an incredibly confusing idea and an incredibly confusing topic. But in general, the general concept is that the value of money right now doesn't stay the same. It usually goes down as time progresses. As if to say, I always think about sometimes when my mom is telling me a story, she'll be like,
yeah, back when I was a kid, you could buy a cabbage for 10 cents.
And I'm like, what? Nowadays you cannot buy a cabbage for 10 cents. And that's because of inflation. Inflation has decreased, not necessarily decreased, well, yeah, I guess it is technically decreased the cost of money. But the way that it works is in general, items and things and cost of living tends to increase to the point where if you had the same amount of money that you had 100 years ago, it just wouldn't go as far because things are more expensive. Are cabbages more fabulous now? Are cabbages in some way, shape, or form more valuable now? No, it's just that the cost of things, food items, and cost of living goes up over time. So if you are smart, you're going to take that into consideration with your retirement. Yeah, maybe you saved up a huge chunk of money, $1 million or something like that. But $1 million is not going to go as far 20, 30, 40 years in the future as it goes now. It's not going to get you as far because the cost of everything continues to go up. So definitely be sure to take into consideration inflation when you're estimating out your retirement. Estimating mistake number 3. Estimating mistake number 3 is a huge one. Guys, you guys know I'm a registered nurse. I'm in the healthcare industry, so I can tell you firsthand. Mistake number 3 is not taking into consideration healthcare costs. Okay, they are expensive. Anybody who has ever had to pay out of pocket, or even if you didn't have to pay out of pocket, but maybe you have bad insurance or something like that, or you had some crazy surgery, healthcare costs are astronomical. And sorry to rain on your parade, but statistically speaking, as you get older, the chances are you're probably going to have a lot more in terms of healthcare costs than you do now. So it's super important to take into consideration that when you're of retirement age in your 60s and beyond, you are probably going to need to spend a lot more on doctor's visits, medications, surgical procedures, things like that maybe you're not necessarily needing or utilizing right now. So just be sure to take that into consideration. Mistake number 4 is not fully understanding Social Security benefits, or more so specifically, what your Social Security benefits are going to be. This is an incredibly tricky topic, and the reason is because we're at a precipice right now where Social Security is changing. We cannot afford to have the Social Security program that we currently have, and so the Social Security Administration has already reported that they are doing a complete overhaul in the next couple years. And so we don't really know what benefits are going to look like from my generation, at least, and millennials and beyond. Like, we have no idea what it is that we're going to get, if anything. But definitely, if you're retiring within the near-ish future, it is important for you to reach out, go to their website. It's actually not even that hard. I did it for my mom. You just go to the website, and I will actually link their link in the description box so that you have that. You can check it out. And you put in like your full name, your social security number, like all that stuff. And it'll tell you what the estimated benefit to you is, how much it is that you're estimated to receive based off of how much it is that you have been paying out of your paychecks for the duration of your career. So it is very important to have a good grasp on what that number is, because guess what, guys? For a lot of people, it is just not enough to live off of. And that is the big one that kind of ties into our mistake number 1, where we were talking about not estimating at all. Some people just assume that you are going to be able to live off of Social Security benefits, and then you see the number and you're like, oh, okay. I had actually done a video a while back, and I will link it, and it's not funny. It's not funny. I had a little giggle, but it's not funny. But I was talking about the story that I had read that was talking about like older post-retirement people who like couldn't afford like food and rent and everything else, so they were eating cat food. Right. So that just goes to say that it may not be what it is that you think. It may not be the amount that you're expecting. And then even still, what other benefits are included with your actual Social Security? Is it going to include your health insurance? Like, are you going to get Medicare? Like, what's going on? It's very important to make sure that you have a clear grasp of what it is that you have to look forward to, because that's going to definitely play a big role in your life post-retirement. And the last retirement estimating mistake that I wanted to bring up to you is that there's a fair amount of people who are planning on working until they reach a certain age, but just know and just take into consideration that that may not happen, right? Life is very unexpected sometimes. Look at the year 2020 and the heck of the year that we have had thus far. Stuff happens out of the blue. Sometimes you get injured, sometimes you get sick, whatever. You may not be able to work for as long as you were planning on working until. So if that's the case, what's your plan B? You know, are you going to have enough saved up? Or is your partner, your spouse going to be able to assist? Like, what's the situation? I think that it's really important to make sure that you're sitting down with your family and having definitely a plan B in place, just in case stuff doesn't work out the way that you planned it to go, because that happens a lot in life, unfortunately. And guys, that was pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to give me a like, a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you're not currently subscribed. And be sure to check out my blog for additional resources, just like the content that we reviewed today. And you can find that at focusedfrugalfab.com. And I will see you guys later.